And we
A
are.
little something. Go ahead, man. Break it down.
When you really break it down.
We're just two honks and a Negro serving the Lord. We're just two honks and a Negro singing our song.
What up, everybody? Welcome back. What's going on, Jay? How you doing?
Where's the other kid at?
Yeah, I was just about to say that I think we really need to come up with a new intro song
Yeah.
for when Mr. fucking Party Time does not decide to show up. So when Mr. fucking Social Butterfly decides to not be here, which is pretty much every week.
Every week. He doesn't get
Besides, like, he gets a little. Besides when it's like snowing or raining outside and he's stuck inside, then that's when he can grace us with his presence.
around. But even then, he might fall asleep.
Yeah, he might take naps. But what's going on, Jay? How you been? How's your week been?
It's been all right. It was a pretty good week. It was a short week. Work also, it started implementing, reinforcing and implementing some new rules and some old rules. One of the rules they're going back to occurrences and giving you points from when you late, leave early, things like that. And it's the perfect time to do it because we're now back to doing one pool a day. So there's a lot of sitting around again of people not doing anything. But they said, we don't want anybody sitting around. We're going to do cross training. Cool. Love it. Love to hear it. Guess how much cross training's been done this week?
None.
You guessed it.
Bobcats.
Well, to be fair, one person got up and went to another department and said, "Hey, let me learn this." Everybody else ain't doing shit.
Wait a minute. Yeah, wait, hold on. They're expecting you to take it upon yourself.
Well, no, the
to learn.
supervisors are supposed to designate the cross training.
Oh, yeah, the managers are supposed to do stuff.
Right. This one person took it upon herself.
He was being a model employee.
Yeah. She's a fucking idiot. But good for her. Also, everybody's got COVID as far as the supervisor.
It sounds like she's going straight to the top. Whoever this idiot is that's running the cross training, sounds like unless management hates her, sounds like she's rocking into the top.
Yeah, they're gonna fire her.
That's what I thought about some lady that I work with, but like,
no.
She apparently makes us the most amount of money.
So it sounds good, Ditto Girl. So, but also they're like, hey, we're no more staggering breaks. Everybody takes break at 10. Everybody gets lunch at 12.
We shut down everything we're doing at 10 and 12.
Yep.
We're stopping everything we're doing.
Yep. As a group. Fine. No problem. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be before COVID.
Yeah, but why? Why would you?
That's how it used to be before COVID. So like that's what I said. There's some things we're just bringing back, which again, fine, no problem. Everybody,
we're gonna bring back things that don't make sense. We're gonna take the things that have been possibly productively wise sound like they would be working.
It does make sense because it's easier to track breaks. If everybody's going on break at 10 and 12, it's easier to be like, oh, okay, cool. Everybody should be back by this certain time. It is easy. I again, not the problem. Who cares?
But does every department need to be on the floor at the exact same time doing their portion of the job to get it done? Like, doesn't everything need to go into the CNC machine, then get cut, and then it needs to get like moved over to wherever to get put together and stuff?
Yeah.
So if the guy who's doing the loading of the CNC machine, I don't know how many positions y'all have for whatever your camera might focus, but like if the guy who loads the CNC machine takes his break first, after there's obviously something in the CNC machine because it takes time to cut, right?
Right. Yeah.
So then I would assume that after it's done, that the guy that like runs the CNC machine would take his break after it's done running it.
Well, the same guy, the guy that loads is the guy that is the running it. There's one guy on the machine that does it all. Loads.
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I don't know how many people you have in your.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just saying, like, the person who like would load it and then run it. Okay, it's either in there or it's done. I'm gonna pull it off. I'll put the new one in. I'm gonna take my break because it's running, and then the next person takes that shit, does what they got to do with it. Then while they're sitting around waiting for the next piece, I'm gonna now take my break.
Oh yeah, nah. That wouldn't work regardless. Like that we would never get anything done like that. But like I said, the break's not a problem. That's how it was before COVID, and a lot of us are here from before COVID, so that's not a thing. It's just girl was always taking breaks at 9 before. Well, guess who's still taking breaks at 9 and taking lunch at 1 o'clock? You guessed it, girl. So as much as you're like, I'm cross training, you're still stealing time and not coming on break on time and coming back late from break.
How's she coming back late from break if she takes break at 9? Coming
He
late
takes
back
break
from
at 9 and comes back at 9:20.
What time?
Break's-
How long is break?
Break's 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Y'all
Like, that
work.
was one thing. Like the big boss, like it's easier to track. So like I get it. It's definitely fucking. I didn't hate the staggered breaks, but as a person that's supposed to enforce like stuff, it's so fucking hard to be like, oh wait, you came in at 8, so your break, like, oh wait, and that person's. I hated it. I hate. So I just stopped. I never fucking was like, oh wait, this person came back on break and went on break when. I don't even know what time they're supposed to fucking come in. Like so it is a lot easier to be like, hey, we're all supposed to be back by 10:10, nigga. You came back at fucking 10. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I guess if like a bunch of people just kind of walking around doing nothing, then yeah, I guess.
It's just,
I guess like if you have the stagger, then you don't know. It's more the unknown stuff, but I don't know. I feel
well,
like
it's also like
it shouldn't be that problematic in what y'all do about loading stuff into the machine. Then the machine's got to do what
that's
it's
just
got to do.
one little. That's just one part of it, of the machine. Like that has. I don't want to say nothing to do with the rest of the operations, but it has nothing to do with the rest of the operations.
I don't know. I feel like at some point, the guy who's packing pools is a guy. If he packs all the pools, he's got to be sitting there waiting for pools to be packed. At the end of the day, I'm just saying, if he ain't got no pools to pack, he ain't got no pools to pack.
Right, but that's so like in our area where it's pool packing, part of pool packing.
Folding boxes.
I'll pack, or this girl Amanda will pack. But if we're not ready to pack the pool, then we're not just standing at the fucking pack table. Like, we're going to another area in our department to help facilitate to get things quicker to get to packing.
That's that model employee stuff.
No,
that's
it's just how the
that's that
just,
company man aspect right there.
No, it's because everybody's
on a team. It's a team. No. It's a family here.
Shut the fuck up. No, it's because people got tired of doing the same thing every day and they wanted to move around. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, here is the way. We'll all do this one thing and then move on. And as things progress, we break off into different things.
We'll take more jobs away from other people because we're all just going to make it tighter, more knowledge.
Well, we're not hiring anybody, so we're not taking jobs for anybody.
Exactly. You're not hiring because you got too many people walking around helping another department.
Nobody's helping in other departments. It's all the same people. It's all the same department.
Well, if you got no pools to pack, you're walking over the CNC machine. No. That was a job. That was a 15 an hour job you just took away.
I'm already on the machine 1 week.
Company man, company man.
Hey,
It's all right, Jay. It's all right. I get it. You're climbing the corporate ladder. I get it. It's cool.
no word person.
You want to be down here with those blue collar and then with the bumping elbows in the mud. But we know at the end of the day, you're trying to get up into that nice little college show with the suit and tie.
Yeah, God forbid. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I am not that endless pools, but yeah, God forbid.
Trying to climb that corporate ladder at endless pools.
Six figures a year. Yeah, God forbid.
You need to get down to the port then, dog.
We talked about striking at endless pools like they're doing at the port. Bro, the girl Amanda.
You could unionize. I mean, y'all might lose your job, but
no,
why can't y'all unionize?
Not enough people will be on board.
Well, yeah, that would be the problem.
Yeah.
If enough people were on board, then you could unionize. And if you wanted to, that'd be a sick lead for me. It would help me.
There's not enough young people that would be willing to do it. Because all the old ones, they would just like, all right, cool, your retirement age, if not already at, close. Goodbye.
They're probably also there as their second job and shit like that.
No, it's their full time. We don't have part timers at Endless Pools. Like part timers, like we have Vanessa, but Vanessa is 64, and so like she's part time so she can get partial Social Security. But we don't have part. Like she's literally the only one. The old ones are there for the benefits.
Pennies be nice.
Oh yeah, benefits are great. That's why I stay.
I couldn't figure out why you were staying. I figured you were just like you're just a company man, just trying to climb the corporate ladder, dude.
Didn't. No, the fuck you didn't.
I don't know, man. You was always talking to the management and the supervisors and stuff, trying to climb that corporate ladder. You were trying to kick Mike back down that corporate ladder as you saw him climbing.
Damn,
like, get down there.
I was just at 40,000. Damn it.
40,000 what? Like V-Bucks?
No, my 401k. I lost 240 today and brought me fucking 39.9.
Yeah, I mean the port's been a situation.
Shit, I was up yesterday. Actually, no, I wasn't up yesterday.
It'll be back up to probably on. They're back down there. They're back to working.
Are they?
Yeah, they got a temporary truce or contract negotiation for their money. And they're gonna go. They're probably gonna go back after the holiday season. They said that they're postponing postponing the strike until January 1st for other important matters to be ironed out, like automated it's trucking and shit like that.
Because my coworker at Home Depot was like, "Yeah, they're fucking nuts. They want a 70% pay increase. That's never gonna fucking
Doesn't that sound so crazy?" But
hold on. So then when you I'm reading the deal and the deal is a 62% increase. I'm like, oh, so they almost got it on this tentative deal. I can't wait to go see that motherfucker Sunday. And we're like, hey, remember that 70% you thought was crazy? Like they're almost there. Like that 8% will probably get there.
But doesn't it seem so crazy to you that like people like normal like working people are like, can you believe that they want more money? Like they they want 70%. Like,
bro,
okay, good for them.
The girl Amanda,
we should be doing that. What are we talking about here?
The girl Amanda that was against it because she's just terrified. She's like, I would have to stock up. I would have to do all these things. Like, I don't know. I would just come to work because I just need money and I like money. I was like, well, why do you think they're fucking striking? You think
so they can get more money.
They want better lunch. They want fucking more money. She was like,
dude, it was baffling me like to see like the narrative the news was posting of being like what they make, like what dock workers are making,
right?
And then like what they were putting out the numbers of what they want increased instead of being like they're on strike And like you're painting the picture of like these are the greedy
Well, of
dock
course,
workers.
because that's the narrative that corporate would want.
I get that big corporations own media, so that's what the way on the pics painted.
Yeah.
But like, and then you see like normal people that are regurgitating it of being like, can you believe that these guys want 70% increase? Like, do you not understand that like if they get more money, like it could inspire you to try and get more money?
Yeah,
Because like these corporations are making billions of dollars, right?
That's the crazy thing to me. It doesn't inspire them. And like when I'm talking to her, I'm like, remember UPS like a year ago, and like they got that crazy hike, and everybody wanted to get like you just want to work at Endless Pools and just get
making $7 an hour
every year. Like, how do you expect? Like, you say you want to make 50 an hour, like. How do you expect Endless Pools to ever pay you 50 if you're just gonna come to work every fucking day and just be like, yes, sir? No, you're gonna have to put a risk out there. Like, all right, you might lose the job. Who the fuck cares? Like, if they're not willing to meet your basic needs as a human that you feel like that you're worth, you don't want to work there anyway. She's like, no, but I got kids. I was like, yeah, and there's 30,000 people on strike. You don't think some of them have fucking kids?
That's what always baffles me is like people are like, well, I mean, I don't like working here. Quit, go find another fucking job. Like, okay, you make like $20 an hour. The like pretty much minimum wage at like most businesses now since like 2020 is like 15. Like you could probably sell yourself enough that you can cover the extra $5. And you might surprise yourself and make more money.
Right.
Like I know, and I never understood like this fear thing of like moving on to a new job. Like unless you have like a criminal record, which can hinder you in ways.
Yeah.
And I understand like people are like, oh well, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but like, don't wait until you get like you don't quit the job until you get another job. Like you can work a job and still apply at jobs.
Yeah,
like that's the thing that completely baffles me about people. It's just like, nah, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I couldn't imagine wanting a 70% increase in my paycheck, and around Christmas time.
Right.
Like we might not have Barbies for little Jimmy and Sally, because the dock workers don't want to go to work, because they're around shipping containers and big ass boats, and those shipping containers are being hoisted over their heads and could fall and crush them. And then when they send fill up those big shipping containers full of salt or other weird materials, they got to take bulldozers with on those cranes, and then they got to put people in the boat to get it out of the fucking boat.
Yep.
And then you got to clean the shit. It's like, bro, what? This isn't like scanning fucking groceries at the grocery store.
Right.
Like this is the fucking bust your knuckles. I mean, I'm sure there's fucking perfectly normal days where oh, you just come in and you're just fucking driving. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of the safest job that you could be. I don't know. You're the broom sweeper on the dock. I mean, not even that, because if a boat gets hit by crazy wind and snaps one of those fucking lines ropes, that thing can cut you in half. You're around things that can kill you all the time. You could just be a customs guy and open up a container that's full of bananas, and then some fucking poisonous spiders just jump at you and bite you and kill you. It's dude.
And not even just that, I'm in the one of the most essential people to have a job.
Yeah, this is the supply chain.
Right. You don't get shit. So you don't think I'm worth a little bit more money?
That is actually absolutely baffling to me. Okay, yeah, I have a CDL license, and I drive a pallet from fucking the next to the boat to over by the pile of containers. But at any moment, that crane operator guy could just drop that container on your fucking truck and crush you. So like anything could happen. But it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not worth fucking the corporations are making billions and billions of dollars, but yeah, I'm not worth like fucking. One of the things that I did love was like they were pointing out like, well, some of the dock workers, they're making 6 figures. They're making close to 200K. They also fail to mention that these are also the same people who are working 100-hour weeks.
Right.
They're working extreme overtimes. Like they're just 7 days a week, just live there at work, just sleeping inside one of those crane cabins, waking up every like 4 hours to move.
And like
six
even
tons
if they wasn't even doing any of that type of like extra shit, it's still like, okay, they make that kind of money. So what happened? Like the niggas that climb onto those very tall fucking antennas that have to change the very tip top, they make astronomical amount of money a year.
As they should.
Right, and as they should. They only work like 4 times a year, but they're at a deathly height. Yeah.
That if they fall, nobody's gonna know that they're there.
Right. That
unless they go in teams of 2.
Like,
and I'm sure the guy who's only making the real money is the guy who's climbing the fucking thing.
Exactly. So if they go on strike, what more? You get it, bud. Strong gust of wind, climate change. I feel your argument.
Yeah, it was just a hurricane, dog.
Right. You're gonna have to pay me more if he quits. Guess what? I ain't doing it for anything less than what he's making. I want what he was trying to make.
I'm trying to make more than what he was trying to make. He's been here for 50 years.
Whatever he was trying to get, I won. So you can't hire me either.
That's just shit that baffles me. It's just like, bro, we have these giant corporations that are making, like, they are claiming record numbers every year or every other year. And it's just like, then we demonize the people who work there. Like, what the fuck? Like, I literally did see posts of being like, this is why we need to move to animatronics. We need to just automate this whole system. They're not going to take off, and they're not going to. It's like, what? So you just want more homeless people out here?
Yep.
You just want more people living under the bridge and then robbing you in the streets? It's just fucking. It's insane.
People. It's too much TV, man. It's too much fucking TV. Too much TV and too much time.
Too much division. And then also, bro, like it brings me to like, do you know who the fucking bull Tom McDonald is?
I've heard the name.
Bro, it baffles me the way that this motherfucker just blows up every time he drops like songs.
That guy, yes.
Like fucking dreads, white tattoo face rapper bull. Bro, every time he drops shit, it's got millions and millions of views. Like, I don't know. I know it's just crazy to me that like he gets no play anywhere. Like the radios doing shit don't play his music.
Buying them shits.
Maybe, but like a lot of the music does slap. Like it's good beats.
And it doesn't. He's got good. It's
I would assume that if you're if he is buying it, he's also got some skills. Like production wise or video wise, it seems like I don't know, it seems like skill wise in the way of production and like just making catchy shit. I give him props on that. But like
sure,
it just seems crazy to me. It's like 2 weeks ago, this Mexican OT song, John, with Big X the Plug, dropped. This song got 500,000 views. You just go to.
But oops. I don't know anything about Tom McDonald.
11 hours ago, he dropped a song. It's got 633,000 views.
Well, I don't know anything about Tom McDonald and like how he drops music or anything, but
he just drops it on Friday on YouTube.
No. But I'm saying that song with Mexican OT and Big X the Plug has been out for a while, so it's just that they dropped the video. So it's not like, yo, new song, it's just the video that's now come out. So
yeah, I don't know how he drops this shit.
Right.
Either.
So if he just drops a video and a song all on YouTube.
And I don't know if any of these are like dropped or just the if just the music videos are going super hard. But for someone who's doing there's Warhammer. Sweet. Like just does music, I don't know, and doesn't like have any mainstream thing. I'm just surprised that like, because you would assume if this guy was like just shitty, like the bars would be trash, and like the music videos would be trash. Like you like they wouldn't. I don't think they would be creative enough or like have the skills creatively to do all of this. Like if it was a front or whatever. But like I digress on the topic. It was just one of the things that I was like, I think I was just like clicking through like music videos and I was like, well, I haven't seen anything about Tom in a while. And I was like, and then I just like the view count just caught me off guard. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like all of these Johns are insane amounts of views.
Yeah.
Like granted, the topics of the songs are like the, I guess, alt-right or like the middle lane, not really alt-right, would be considered alt-right, but is technically just middle line of being like dudes have dicks, chicks have vaginas. Black Lives Matter was a scam. And then like he's got Ben Shapiro in a song. That's got 20 million views.
Right. So
but like everything had massive amount of views way before that too.
But if you go on his Instagram, he's only got 1.1 million followers. So you got more niggas watching your shit than willing to follow you on Instagram. Let's check it. You got Twitter.
I mean, I would assume that like a lot of people are also hate watching it. Because I feel like it's a lot of like, since you're talking about different, like the different groups made of the Twitter field or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's botting it. If he's botting it, that's wild.
Let's put it like this. If he's not botting it, he's a fucking idiot. Kendrick Lamar and Drake bought their things just to get, like, you would be, it's just smart advertising. So he would be dumb not to bot his shit.
How many plays does Not Like Us have? That's crazy. Not Like Us has 147 million views.
Yeah,
in the last 3 months. That's not even like counting all the. Yeah, the original one with like the picture of the house has 165. But like as we know, these things are also been bought. Like, I wonder how that works out. I mean, I guess that works advertising wise. I mean, if you can afford it, I would assume that shit's not cheap. But like, if you can afford it,
it's not cheap.
Fucking do that shit. But on some totally unrelated news that I'm sure you probably didn't hear of. Have you heard of the man who's going to jail for 6 months? Hold on, let me scan this.
There's a lot of people going to jail.
Yes. He's going to jail for 6 months. And he's got to pay $20,000, I think. Yeah, $20,000 fine for cloning giant sheep for hunters to hunt in Wyoming?
I did.
Montana.
I definitely did.
So I got told about this this from my homie at work. He's like, "Oh, you ever the guy cloning the sheep or going to jail for cloning sheep?" And I'm like, "Huh? No, do tell, sir." So the story of this is this man, 81, Arthur, goes to Kyrgyzstan to go get the genetic material of a giant mountain sheep, yes, largest in the world,
Mm-hmm.
which then he sent to a lab to create cloned embryos.
He did.
Sick? Didn't know you could just request that at a lab.
Right.
Good to know. Which then he was breeding with Montana sheep to create
Why not?
giant motherfucking sheep, massive hybrid sheep that he would raise, and then on his ranch, I assume, or he would release. I don't think he would release them into the wild. Then he would have people pay him to hunt them.
Yeah.
Seems all right. Seems all right to me. I don't understand what the problem with you introducing a hybrid species of animal to be bigger, better, stronger, for it only to be hunted.
You don't see the problem
of us creating a hybridized animal for it to be hunted? Which part is the problem on? Is the problem here? The hunted part? That's the only part that I can see would be the problem here, is that it's being hunted. Sold and as hunted. Because then he also apparently sold a stock of them to his neighbor. Supposedly, this is what my homie told me. I'm not seeing this here in this article.
Look.
But he apparently sold his neighbor a bunch of these big ass sheep to breed with his sheep, so that way he would have more big sheep to eat. So I know if I can make my sheep bigger, so that way they last longer through the winter, or they produce more meat, I make more money on me having more sheep to sell, more poundage of sheep.
Now, I hear you. I do. Sounds good. Sounds great. In theory, and I hate big government, but I kind of side with the government.
Hold on. Do you know why this is this whole debacle is a problem?
I don't know why they're saying it is.
Let me tell you.
But
so the problem is that the sheep that he got the genetic material from is native to the mountains of the Pamir region of Central Asia.
Okay.
And they are protected by the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species.
Okay.
So because that they are protected, and also they are prohibited in Montana to protect native sheep from disease.
Right. That was
as well as the creation of hybrids. So because it could introduce new diseases or them not being able to fight the certain diseases. I would assume it introduce more diseases into the native sheep community. That is the reason why he is getting 6 months in jail and then a $20,000 fine.
Yeah, again, I didn't know why, but that was going to be my reasoning.
He also now claims that he's broke.
You, as just a regular government, not gonna let that happen. Sorry, bud. Also, COVID just happened after a fucking experiment in a Chinese lab by some quote unquote real scientists
that we paid for.
Who cares? That's what I said, quote unquote. If you as a regular,
they weren't cloning animals.
You as a regular meets up with some dude from Azerbaijan on the black net and No, sir. No, sir. 6 months, you're lucky. I would have shipped them right off to fucking Wuhan. Like, you like cloning animals? Here you go. Like, you just can't let that meat then just go to the public. Like, talk about a fucking zombie outbreak. Like, that's how that shit fucking happens. If you watched Santa Clara Diet, no, that's
yeah, with Drew Barrymore.
yeah. Like, I know it's a little different, but the motherfucker got some shit from over there, got over here, and
I wonder how far in this plan he went, because it seems like he didn't get very far. So from what I'm scanning of this article, breeder was for cloning giant sheep species and selling its offering at higher prices to trophy hunts. Cloning resulted in a single male, which was named the Montana Mountain King, or MMK. MMK was used to inseminate ewes to be sold to shooting preserves, also known as captive hunting operations. So I don't know how far he got into this. I don't know how many he sold, because the MMK offspring apparently fetched $10,000 a trophy. I don't know how many of them were there, because then also when I guess with lawyer fees, who knows? But his statement after he was charged, he said, "I got my normal mindset clouded by my enthusiasm and looked for any gray area in the law to make the best sheep I could for this sheep industry. My family has never been broke, but we are now." He had to do 6 months in jail and was fined 20 grand.
he's
Like,
lucky.
I don't know how long this sheep case was, and if he had the best lawyers in the biz, but like, I can't believe that. I mean, I guess if you've got the time,
Like, if I'm
and the
Diddy, I'm
money.
calling.
He's
that
also
guy's lawyer.
81 years old,
Yeah, that helps.
but yeah, it just seemed like a wild story to me. That, like, I would love to know how to see. I need some more info on this, because my homie was telling me that, like, he had been doing this for a while, and then he had sold a bunch of trophies, which it would at $10,000 a piece isn't bad. That's a good come up for a breeding. I always wonder about people who get into this. Like, you ever see like shows of people who are like really attached to animals? Like,
Yeah.
they take them to like the animal shows,
Mm-hmm.
like where they get judged and shit. And then they're like, as you watch it, you're like, oh, this lady really likes cats. And then as you like kind of notice, like, she has a broom with like 15 cats in it. And she's like breeding cats, so that way she can get like cuter and cuter cats with more perfect like features to take them to these judging shows. And like their side biz on this is that they just sell all the ones they don't want to keep.
Yep.
I always just find it like super crazy that like your hobby is like, what is that called? Like genetics?
Yeah.
Like, that shit baffles me. It's like some people paint, some people collect shoes and Hot Wheels, and put together some Legos every once in a while. Some people breed cats and dogs and sell the babies.
Hey,
I don't know. I just always kind of like wonder how you come about to getting that hobby. And like how do you get the competitive, like, how does that turn into a competitive like thing of like, I need my animal to be the best. I need them to win the dog show or the cat show or the hog show or the giant sheep show. You're unmuted, so. Hit the button again. Now on mute.
That's wild.
There we go.
No different than horses. Like
I would argue that the people that do it for horses, though, are gamblers.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter on how you get into it, but like, I would also argue that the people that are at horse shows doing like horsing, or like not horsing, but like horse breeding for racing, like they're all degenerate gamblers who bet on horses.
You could do
I assume
horse-
they do other things as well,
but you could
but
do
like,
Christopher Reeves did. That got and like you could do that type of horses. It's still no different.
what did Christopher Reeves do with horses?
Christopher Reeves, he would just
How
do
about
like
Superman?
yeah, he did
fell
the
off the
thing
horse?
with like the horses did the tracks where they run and jump over things and like that's a
Yeah,
thing.
show horses.
Right.
Yeah,
It's still no different than the show cat or the show dog or the pig. Like it's all
yeah,
the
yeah,
same.
yeah. I guess whenever I think about horse breeding, I only really think about.
Right. You just that's why I was like,
horse
well,
races.
there's other horse things.
I don't know why, because like every time I think about like horse breeders, I always think of like Peaky Blinders and like back in the day, like taking them to the horse track, and they're like, well, I was tired of losing money on fucking old Seabiscuit, so I fucking bred Surrogate over here or whatever fucking name of horses, and then I just made my own fucking horse and I bet on that bitch. Like I came to this argument with a coworker because I was like, we were talking about because Pete Rose died
Yeah, he
this
did.
week. R.I.P. to Pete Rose. And I was like, let him in the hall. And he was like, nah, man, he was betting on his own team. And I was like, I don't see the problem in that. I don't
What?
like because I don't see the problem if you're betting on your team to win. If you're betting on your team to lose, like I get it. I get the argument of being like, you could fix the game.
Yeah.
Because you're the general manager. I get that. But I also don't see it being a big problem if you're only betting on your team to win. And it's not like you're going to go over to the other team and be like, yo, dog, I got 50 grand on my team to win. Can you all let us win? Unless that's what happened. But I don't think that's what happened. I'm like pretty sure that they were like, he
You
was
don't go
doing
to the
like
other
bookies.
Mm-mm.
It's not like he was
You-
going on FanDuel.
You don't go to the other team. You go to the umps. Hey, when we go up there, our strike zone's different. Alex is gonna be a little different. Hey, that close tag that we don't have instant replay for, he was out or he was safe. Like that's who you playing with. Fuck the other team. Too many variables. But umps was definitely taking fucking bribes.
I think umps are taking bribes now.
I mean, yeah, sure, but
I don't
They're
think
definitely
that's
doing it
changed. I think this is only a problem because Pete Rose apparently got caught betting on his teams. So, like, and other people do like other since sports betting because has become way more prevalent. Speaking of sports betting, we need to get back into sports betting. We need to start catching dubs again, Jay. We need to start getting all these fucking wins. I was looking at some of our old videos and it got me fired up and wanting to start fucking picking and choosing picks of the week. Even if it's like, it sucks that we didn't start at the beginning so that way we could keep a record of what our numbers are. But yeah, we need to start making picks again. We need to start fucking. I need to start opening FanDuel and getting money in there. Especially since the Phillies are going into the playoffs here, and football is upon us. And it's actually kind of been playing out exactly how I thought. Like, just I don't know if it's one of those after the fact kind of things, like after the week, kind of like a Monday morning hits me, and I look at all the scores, and I'm like, yeah, I could have seen all that. Like week one, obviously, you don't know where teams are going to come out swinging. Week two, always the upset.
Yeah.
So many upsets. I'm pretty sure it was like 7 out of 10 games were upsets. Week three, we're back on pace. I don't remember. I think week four, we're back on pace too. Couple upsets here and there. But now we're here in week 5. And it's a go time week. It's a go time week.
It is a go time week.
So Yeah, we need to start making picks again. But then, anyways, what I'm talking about? Where was I at before this?
Oh, I don't know.
You just start paying attention, Jay. Taking notes.
We're talking about bull.
Pete Rose, horses,
Yeah.
FanDuel. Yeah, FanDuel. But yeah, I mean, a bunch of, I don't know. Because, like, there's been, since FanDuel and DraftKings have become, sponsors of the NFL, there's been like 4 or 5 different players who've been caught gambling on on different team games. And maybe that's like the difference is that they're not betting on their own team. I don't see why I wouldn't think I'd be getting first 2 touchdowns of the game or scoring an anytime touchdown if I'm fucking Travis Kelce.
Oh no. It's a problem. It's definitely a problem.
People being able to bet on themselves. But isn't that also a lesson that the most successful people will tell you all the time? Always bet on yourself.
But that's the thing; they weren't betting on it was the betting on the team.
Physically betting on
for them to hell. I don't even like them betting on themselves. But I feel like that would be even more of a conflict of interest and a problem. Because you're not necessarily betting on yourself. That's something that can be manipulated. Hey, I think I'm going to get fucking 10 targets, probably about 5 catches, 100 yards. Well, I'm going to go to the quarterback. Hey, I need this. All right, yeah, but at
the beginning of every game, you're going to have like everybody on the team coming over to fucking Pat Mahomes and be like, yo, I need 10 targets.
Not necessarily, because you gotta make it realistic. You're the fucking 3rd string guy and you get in there
I get that, but also you don't think that that's possibly kind of happening anyways?
Yes and no.
Because sometimes I'll be watching these games and I'm just like, this seems like kind of fishy because like the way you all played the week before and then like the way you're playing now and like you didn't really have any injuries the week before and like y'all had 7 days of rest and like I don't know, it just seems like the team that you're playing this week doesn't really seem to be that much crazy different than the team you're playing last week and you put up like 30 on them, so it's like then like the amount of calls versus like the refs who are playing like those reffing those games.
Well,
like what was the first game of the season? Fucking the Ravens lost because was it the Ravens or the Saints lost?
Ravens.
I think it was the Ravens because his foot was out of bounds in the end zone.
Ravens.
So
well, that's not why
that's not like a shit.
Well, no, that's not why they lost.
No, it's not why they lost, but it's just like I guess that's not really a great example either because like if you video evidence of like Bull being out, but I don't know. Maybe he catches a couple penalties here or there. I don't know. Well, it all is classified as now like entertainment instead of being like it's sports entertainment instead of being like just like professional sports. So
yeah, 100%. Hell, bro, they're talking about making the touchback rule to the 35 next year. Like that's nuts. You're gonna increase it another 5 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
15 yards and the niggas in field goal range. Like, what are we doing? I get the high scoring, but I don't want to see fucking 70 to 50 games. I'm all right. Yeah, we already saw the 70-point game or the 69-point game last year, 2 years ago. That was nuts, but I don't want to see that. a lot.
Yeah, that shit's cool like every once in a while, but you can't have that like every week. Granted, I will say like when you have like a defensive, like you have like, what was it, a couple years ago, you had like the Patriots and who the fuck did they play? Houston? Wasn't the Texans? Titans?
Mhm.
I think it was the Titans. I think it was the Patriots and Titans in the Super Bowl. And like it was just a defensive, or maybe it was the Rams. I don't know the Rams. But it was just like the most boring Super Bowl ever because nobody scored.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl, yeah. 100%. But that's bad offense, not good defense.
Yeah, it was Rams Patriots. The Patriots won 13-3. It was just like a defensive fucking battle on the field. Then they just kept going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It was just a game of punts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that also had like the worst halftime show ever.
I forget.
I think it was like Maroon 5 or something.
I believe it.
This one?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember just back in the day, like teams getting 50 was like crazy. Like it would be like 42-14 or something like that. And like I would be excited. I'm like, oh, maybe they might get 50, and then they would just run the ball a lot. And I mean, it would usually end like 45-21 or some shit. Like now, like 52, 55 kind of normal. Quarterback stole 500 yards is nuts.
Where also the bull took his shirt off, and everyone was like, "Oh, so it's cool when a dude takes his shirt off, but James Jackson shows a titty. Everybody loses their goddamn mind." One of the best fucking times ever.
I was.
Such a day in history. So hopefully I'll be able to come back here next week with some stories on how tomorrow goes.
That'd be lit. That'd be fucking lit.
I hope it's not drawing. I have a kind of like a weird feeling it's going to be drawing though.
Gonna be white people there?
I would assume it's going to be mixing both.
Okay.
Because this is at like a pool. This is at a pool after dark, that's where I think this is going to be drawing.
Yeah.
So because I assume if it's going to be in a pool area, it's going to be fucking hot in there. And I will tell you right now, I am not getting in that goddamn water.
You bringing the missus?
Huh?
You bringing the missus?
Yeah, but she's gonna be she ain't gonna be nowhere near the water. She's gonna be probably by the bathroom. She's gotta go take a piss every fucking goddamn 20 minutes. That is one of the things, huh? Yeah, but like, bro,
I forgot.
Yeah, it is one of the things that grinds my gears, dog. Bro, it's literally every 20 minutes. It's just like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like anytime we gotta hop out of the car, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
bro, it's crazy to me. I'll be like, yo, I didn't even see you drink anything. How do you have to pee? Like it's baffling. Which I get it. I get it. Like the body's moving shit around.
I know, but like every time the kid pisses, she like it's got to come out somewhere.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think it goes to the tube.
I don't think that it goes.
Where would the baby shit and piss go then?
I don't know if they shit and piss. Because they're attached to the umbilical. So like it might just travel through the umbilical.
Mm-hmm.
So then it might make it. I think the body would break it down in different ways. Because like a newborn's shit is diabolical.
Yeah.
matter. So I don't know. I don't know if it like because like they're encased in a bubble. So you would think that that bubble would just be like, or you would think like when the water breaks, which is the bubble popping, it would just be nothing but a black ooze, right? But that shit's clear. That shit's just water, or we assume it's water. It's fluids of the human nature. So like that shit's got to be going through the umbilical tube and then passing. That doesn't have like a straight line to the intestines.
So it says it's actually not typical for them to poop in the womb.
Because they're not eating. So they wouldn't have. Because I'm pretty sure what happens is the body breaks down the nutrients, and then like the nutrient stuff, rich part of the stuff goes to the baby, and then through the umbilical tube, and then the rest of the stuff is then waste for the mother to excrete. You learning some hot and heavy shit?
Yeah, so apparently the pee does stay in the bladder and actually plays a crucial role.
In the child's bladder or the mother's bladder?
It stays in the bubble.
The urine does?
Yes. And it plays a crucial role. It helps keep the umbilical cord lubricated and healthy. So fetus urine is sterile.
Isn't all urine sterile?
I don't fucking know.
Pretty sure all urine is sterile.
I'm just telling you what it says here.
But also, doesn't it seem wild that something inside of a person's body would need lubrication?
No, I'm sorry. It keeps the amino acid fluid levels healthy on the umbilical cord.
Oh, okay. So that makes that kind of seems like it makes sense.
It helps support the development of the lungs and maintaining the right.
This helps your lungs.
Apparently, right amount of amino acid fluid.
So you telling me I should stop peeing, my bitch?
Jesus Christ! No, the baby's already got to do it enough for itself. It's fine. You're good.
Oh, I can't just be having just one set of pee up in there.
I mean, you could talk to her about it, but we know how that goes next week.
I couldn't do all that. That shit skeeves me out. People that are into piss play fucking freak me out, man.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
That shit's so crazy when I see a lady that's just like, let me drink your piss. It's like, okay, well, this video is not for me. I'm out of here. This is too much. Did you wait a minute? You're not into that, even though you want to shit someone down someone's throat?
Yeah, but me shitting down someone's throat isn't a sexual thing.
So would you not equally want to piss down someone's throat?
Not necessarily.
No. I can see how someone would make
someone's throat is funny. Like that's all that is to me. It's just for the laughs.
Yeah, I guess for you to have to piss someone down someone's throat, you'd actually have to you'd have to arouse yourself.
No, you wouldn't.
You don't have to, but for you to you to reach maximum depth, you'd have to arouse yourself.
Swallow it.
Yeah, but if you could just bypass that gag reflex, you just get past there, deep into the throat, choke them out. That'd be so crazy. That's so baffling to me that there are people that are into that shit. Did we ever did we talk about takeovers? Just these takeover events where people are doing like donuts in the street and like people are always getting hit by cars. I saw a video like recently where it was like they did it on like a bridge or something, and like somebody had stolen this fucking or owned, I guess. I can't really assume. I can assume it's stolen. But this pickup truck was doing donuts on like a bridge, and this kid was like, they tried to like squeeze up against a car, And this fucking kid just gets rocked like 20 feet by this fucking bed of this pickup truck, probably going like 30 miles an hour. I don't know, man. It's for the gram, dude. For the gram. I don't understand who thinks they're gonna get famous from besides getting hit by the vehicle. But like somebody in the comments was like, "Yo, this dude goes to my school. He's like 4'10" and weighs like 100 pounds. He got fucking destroyed." Could you imagine like your life just changed and altered, and you're just stuck in a wheelchair because you went to go watch someone do donuts in a stolen car?
Do you think it's America's equivalent to Running with the Bulls?
Well, I don't think the bull is stolen. So, like, there's a problem I find with the running of the bulls to the comparison wise.
Well, fuck the stolen part. But as far as like, you would question, why would you do that? Somebody's going to get fucked up running with the bulls. But every year, people still run with the bulls. All the time, they do these meetups, knowing that somebody's going to get, at least one person going to get smacked with a fucking car.
Do I?
You're purposely.
I want to say no because of like the running of the bulls. It's a tradition type deal, but like in danger wise, I'd probably say yes. Like you're just a big group of people, and like all it takes is somebody sliding a little bit too wide, and then fucking up, like taking people out and hitting cars. So, oh, thing disconnected. So then he's not here. The Lord of the Rings, if the Fellowship was of rednecks. What just happened? Boop, boop. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Doing that to get yourself back in focus. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for him. But it's like people are, I mean, it's just street racing culture, like evolved, but it's also like complete and utter hoodlum culture.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm with him.
Yeah, hey, do it. If people want to die and get their bones broken, do it. I don't care.
Do I ever hope any of my kids are going to these goddamn takeovers and film videos? Hell no. But at the same time, like let kids do what kids want to do, man. This is America. Just because they figured it out and the cops aren't willing to do anything about it, like, well, I mean, they figured out where the push and pull was.
Right.
So you gave them an inch, they took a mile.
Yep.
Now they're doing donuts in the street, holding up traffic. And they're doing it in the middle of the night, so I mean,
yeah,
doesn't affect us when we're on our way to work in the morning.
Right. Well, I'm sure it doesn't affect me none. But I'm sure it'll affect some people.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, if your fucking whip gets stolen out of your driveway and then take you to a takeover. And fucking, that's another thing that I find wild is that like like car theft seems to have gotten easier over time.
How you feel about the argument of takeovers are possibly blocking streets that emergency vehicles need to get down?
Yeah, I can see that as an argument, but I also don't see that either.
Why not?
Why do I don't ever see videos of like them jumping on ambulances and fire?
No. That's not what I mean.
Trying
Not
to get to other
them.
places.
What I'm saying is, ambulance is trying to get a call. Boom, your mom in a car accident. They need to get down Broad Street. They hit a turn. Boom. Now the street blocked off. Now they got to fucking reroute. You know, Philly a bunch of one. Like it just take a little bit longer now versus now. Like, and in that time of reroute, that person dies or whatever fucking happens.
I mean, I could understand that, but my argument to that is that, okay, well, why don't we have any places for these activities that these people are doing?
Because it's
like you shut down all the drag strips and all the racetracks all over the place because you want to build more houses and more communities around. So that way the people who are doing conventional things with cars have nowhere to go with these things. Like if you don't want people to fucking skate on stairs and rails, make a skate park.
That's different.
Is it though?
Yeah, because people are fucking bystanders are getting bones broken and possibly dying. That doesn't happen at a skate park. Not too many.
No, like when people were skating down
the chin and fucking.
When people were skating down the streets, like people were like getting trucked by people trying to do board slides on rails, and you can easily break some fucking bull's hip when you're fucking skating down a rail and send a board into their side of their knee.
Sure.
Or like you fucking fly out and now like this person slams on the brake and then the car behind them hits them, and then this person now is crippled because of whiplash. I mean, I'm sure there's all types of crazy random things that have happened. Granted, is the scale of what is a 2-pound skateboard comparable to a 4,000-pound vehicle? I understand that that's the part of your the argument of being like, well, random bystanders are getting killed.
Right.
I think they try to litigate that to just people that are in the event.
Sure.
Not event, but like in the area. Like, yeah, people who are out filming, yeah, they're getting smacked around left and right. But they're also too close to the cars, and like this is way too of a confined area for people to be doing these kind of stunts anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, this is also, I would also argue that this is what happens when you sell vehicles that come with 600 horsepower.
Sure. 100%.
That I can hold up aluminum foil and have like my cell phone, and if you left your keys by the door, oh, me and homie are fucking whipping this joint in the streets. Bro.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the arguments I've like, or not arguments, but like one of the thoughts that I've had is like, why isn't the security for cars like way more difficult?
Right.
Like, oh yeah, we want the accessibility of like, okay, I can have my keys on my phone, so I can unlock and start my car from my phone. But like, are we sure that that's a good idea? Because now cars are being stolen and sold like all the time, and also because the police know that like they can't do anything about it. So people are getting off with Grand Theft Auto charges left and right. So, you know, when the cops are, oh well,
oh, it's all a money scheme. If you don't think the car insurance company is in cahoots with the car maker, nah, fam.
Big cars taking their piece. That's why your car note is a fucking $700-800 a month, and your car insurance bill is fucking $400 a month. So
it only makes sense. Oh, your car was stolen. I bet we're gonna give you a little bit of money. You're gonna go get a whole new car, whole new loan. We're gonna extend that last draw, and we just go, interest gonna go high.
Oh no, we're gonna pay you out for what it was worth parentheses, and then you're gonna obviously need a new insurance policy for this new car, which, oh, this is a new car. Oh, the price went up. Sorry.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you were paying $350 a month for the 2021. That's 2024, 2025 now.
Mhm.
Inflation. It's now going to be $500 a month. Also, the car note of like, you bought that 2021, that was a $22,000 vehicle. Now it's 35.
Right.
And then it just all comes back to like, oh, yeah, them port workers, man, they're asking for a lot of money.
Oh man.
And it's very funny that like the bunch of people were like, "Oh man, little Johnny and little Sally might not have Barbies to play with this Christmas because if they don't move shit out of if the supply chain doesn't move from the ports, shit's gonna go crazy." And then everybody ran to Costco. Then also apparently they made it a big deal about it was some Jewish holiday. The start of Jewish holiday was like Wednesday when they started going on strike, and then they just started mass amount of people going to Costco.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I'm just here. I'm just here for my fucking shish kebabs. Or Jewish holiday. I don't fucking even know what the Jewish holiday is. But I am seeing a lot of people that are being like, you know what? I get these guys out of here.
Yeah.
More of that recently. Did we talk about Iran?
No.
Did that happen last week? That happened
No.
this week, didn't it?
Happened this week.
Ooh. Yeah, where we at on the World War III so far? I mean, it's not World War III. Well, yes, technically it would be because it's two countries against one, right?
Well, who's the second country?
Palestine?
Yeah, I suppose they're a country.
So I would suppose it would be Palestine and Iran versus Israel. And don't forget our fearless leaders. Phrase. Don't. Just don't.
It is funny. I was talking to my coworker Amanda about it, and she was listening. I think Tim Pool, they were talking about the October surprise or whatever.
It has been a whole year since that happened. It was October. Well, it'll be in like 2 days, October 7th.
No. So every election cycle in October, there's apparently always some event that happens in the world that will become like the new like thing that both candidates will have to address leading right into election. So
Makes sense with the hurricane, and then we got some Iran bombing.
Yeah, so like it makes sense to me that it would, if anything were to escalate, it would happen in October, and it's, hey Trump, what would you do? And then Kamala, here's the chance for you to talk about your foreign policy procedure, and that would make or break.
What would you do?
Like, no, but like that would make her that would make her break the, like, if she says some dumb shit one way or the, you know what I mean, like that could sway her winning or losing. Kind of the same with Trump, but you know where Trump would.
Yeah, Trump dog's gonna be like, I'll get this done tomorrow. They'll be done before I'm even in office.
Right.
Did you see any clips from the JD Vance and Waltz debate?
Only the one where Vance didn't answer the question about Trump winning or losing.
So I saw that one, and then I saw him fact check CBS or whatever. And then the other clip that I saw out of that was the Tim Waltz one being like, I've befriended school shooters.
What?
Yeah, it's great. You want to see it?
That's real?
Yeah. I can just find just the I don't even know what the question was, to be completely honest.
That's wild. We're gonna get hit with a copyright strike, probably, but hey.
You're
Fuck you,
right. 37 seconds. Maybe I can present it without.
the nonsensical nonsense. Yeah, that's wild though. But Israel talking about they haven't ruled out going after Iran's nuclear facility.
Here we go. How about this?
Yeah, we already. Okay.
It's going to play in the background.
Yeah. We talked about Bull. The goat. I can't hear anything.
You don't hear him?
I don't hear anything.
I think it's also very quick. Let me try this again. Maybe I didn't add the share tab. That's what it was. I didn't have the thing clicked.
Governor, you previously opposed an assault weapons ban, but it only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA.
Did you hear that?
What?
I've seen it. Look, the NRA.
He definitely meant
school shooters,
but yeah, that's wild.
Friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA. I was an NRA guy for a long time. They used to teach gun safety. I'm of an age where my shotgun was in my car so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That's not where we live today. And several things I want to mention on this is talking about cities and where it's at. The number one where the most firearm deaths happen in Minnesota are rural suicides. And we have an epidemic of children getting guns and shooting themselves.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I think there was just there was an issue. I think it was a misspeak, but it definitely comes off. It's just like when someone says that, it's just like, oh, bro, not good, not good.
Not at all.
Not a good thing for you to say. But anything else we touch on?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll be coming back with some stories or some crazy things that'll happen. I'm sure it's going to be. Tim's bringing his cousin.
Oh, good.
So I'm kind of excited to see how this goes.
Very good.
I want to know what Tim's plan in this is. What his mastermind in this charade seems to be. Because I'll have my girl, but she'll have her friend. Or her cousin. Her cousin will be there with her. So I can go oot and a boot. Mark is with his girl. And then Tim's bringing his autistic cousin.
Yo.
And this is a pool. And this show goes till 3 a.m.
God damn.
So it should be interesting.
Definitely.
Maybe the idea is to break off from the autistic kid and then I can be Tim's wingman.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if Tim just plans on dipping off. Because that's his big thing is in these types of areas and situations, if him and Mark are going, Mark gets to start yapping, and then Tim's just they walk in like this, and then they go off like this. So, and then they find each other at the end of the day or end of the night. And yeah, so it should be interesting. I might take some microphones. Probably not a good idea with a pool.
Interview some.
That's what I was thinking. AC, Harris Casino, I'm definitely hitting the tables too.
There you go.
100%. Gotta hit the table.
Got to.
Got to. Might hit some little slots, you know. Probably gonna look at the camera a couple times. Look around, look at the guy at the dealer bulls and be like, yo, need a win. Throw like 100 in a slot machine real quick, see if I can't hit 30.
There you go.
I got brought up on this idea because one of my coworkers, Tom, old black dude, bro, that's his whole life.
Yeah.
His whole life is just hitting 30K somewhere.
God damn.
Dude, it's crazy. He'll be like, yeah, man. A couple years back, I stopped at a gas station, random one, never been there before in a day of my life. Bought me a $30 scratch off, hit for 30 grand.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, I was down in some casino. I was down to my last $40. Put that shit in the machine. Walk out of there with 6-7 grand. I'm like,
Jesus.
dog, never in my life, dude. The most I've ever won off a scratch off is $500. And like the most I've ever walked out of a casino with is like $150 more than I ever walked in with.
Yeah, it's never been anything more than
I've never had a
500.
night where like I came out of the casino with 12 grand in my pocket.
Never.
Like I've heard stories of that. I've been like, yeah, man, I was fucking wasted. So then I went down to Harrah's and then like I called my girl at like 3 a.m. She wouldn't come pick me up. So I walked home with $15,000 in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's like,
like that,
what? My phone was dead, so I couldn't get an Uber or my card wasn't hooked up, but they don't get cash. Like, so I just walked through Chester with 15-20 grand in my pocket. Strolled in at 7 o'clock in the morning with a fucking coffee and a fucking half a breakfast hoagie from Wawa that I ate on the trash can lid. Like, damn, dude, why can't I have some of that? So, all right. Well, I think it's enough for calls for now. I got to go to work tomorrow. So,
yeah.
I got some work to do. I got a long day tomorrow. So, all right, brother. I'll see you next week. Hopefully, with some great stories. I'll try and get Tim to get on here and
That shit hopefully should be fun.
give some POVs. So, all right. Well, we are
A little something. Go ahead, man. Break it down.
When you really break it down.
We're just two honks and a Negro serving the Lord. We're just two honks